thank you for coming back to my channel. In today's video, I will be talking about various parenting tips that you can use on a daily to help you become a better parent and just to apply with your children. I first have on here, you need to keep an eye on your children. I was on social media the other day and I just found out that a 2-year-old little girl was abducted and kidnapped and killed and found in the river. And the mother's excuse was, oh, I was in the house watching her play at the playground and I turned my head for a quick second and she was gone. It's like, it's like we really have to really be sure that we know what we're doing when it comes to parenting. To me, that mother needs to be put in jail because that's child neglect. I don't care what she turned her head for a quick second. You don't let your child outside and you're not out there, and to where you're not paying attention to your surroundings, because if you did, you should have known someone was near. And obviously she didn't turn her head for a quick second if you know someone was able to get her and no one was there in the beginning. So you guys really want to make sure that you're paying attention to your children. If they're outside, you got to be outside. Or if you're having an older sibling, be out there with them, or you know, someone else to keep an eye on them. You can also teach your children what to do in events of like this. If someone's coming near you, you start running, or you scream, or you bite. You try to teach them something, because it's like, that was just really sad. I don't feel bad for the mother, not one bit, but I feel bad for that little girl and what she had to go through, and her family that's got to now deal with this. But it's like, let's be responsible. And I talk about this all the time, you guys. That's part of being a parent. Realize that you have to keep an eye on your baby. Stop letting them run around. And the thing is, this is not the first time a little girl that came abducted. It was the I can't remember her real name, but it was Cupcake. This happened last year or two or so. So it's like, are you parents not paying attention to the signs around you? You have to, even if they're at someone's house, pay attention to your children. You don't want them getting touched and abused and you know, molested. Pay attention. Stop allowing them around everyone. The complex building where I stay, it be children outside from 1 all the way on up to like 17 and stuff, just out there, different periods of time at night, no parents in sight. Or you got about 4 siblings together, they're all the ages 6, 7, and 8, all outside. It's like, what y'all doing? And as y'all know, I'm out here visiting my grandmother. I walked to the store with someone yesterday, and it's this boy, he's about 5 or 6 years old. He's standing in front of he's inside the gate, but he's in front of the apartment building by himself, just sitting. I said, hey, go back to your mom. Go back to, I told him to go back to his mom or go back to where he was at, because I said, a little girl just got kidnapped the other day. I don't want nothing to happen to you. So he started walking back, but it's just like, come on, y'all, what are y'all doing? He could have easily been abducted without, even if he made a sound, because it was enough time for him to get grabbed, get put in the car, and then that's it. And that would have been the last time his mother had seen him, and then she would have been acting like she all heard, or his parents. It's like, what are we doing? We must keep an eye on our children, doing everything from when we're cooking, so they're not by the stove or whatever it is we're doing. We really have to just keep an eye on our children. Even my older son, he's 13. Sometimes I don't even like him outside by himself, because it's to me that I'm being a bad parent, that I'm not out there, but I try to give him a little space sometime. But it's like, we really have to pay attention, especially if our little babies. Like, how dare you, you stupid idiot, you stupid parent, for not keeping an eye on your child. You didn't turn your head for no quick second. You turned it for a couple of minutes, thought your child was still gonna be out there. And I don't care what y'all got to say. She was stupid, and that was child neglect, and she needs to be put in jail for life for her child's murder. Her child's death, because she neglected to keep an eye on her child as a mother. That was one of her number one duties, to protect your child, and you failed to do it. And I'm talking to all the mothers out here too. Yeah, too, you can't be so trustworthy to everyone. You can't, even though that someone may seem nice, you gotta go with your instincts. Know that you can't. The point is, man, y'all keep an eye on y'all kids. Keep an eye, because I don't care if I ever find out and y'all post on social media that something happened to y'all child. I feel bad for the child, but I won't feel bad for you, because that is your job. It is like, come on, let's get it together. We have to do better. We have to look out for one another. Or if you're tired, just say, hey, neighbor, if you trust that person, can so-and-so go outside and play with you and your kids, because I'm really tired, but she wanted to go. But you got to trust that person. Don't just be assuming that your 2-year-old, this is pissing me off. I'm done talking about it. But please keep an eye on your child, to prevent kidnapping, molestation, any abuse. Just stop it. It is our job. I didn't. This is about to be a whole video about that. But also here, I have on here, you want to spend your money wisely. As a parent, there's too many parents that make enough money or don't even make enough, but they have enough to do what they need to do, that don't spend their money wisely. They're either shopping high quality instead of getting the cheaper brand, or just don't know how to shop, period, to where, you know, you should have a Costco card, you should have a Sam's Club card, or if there's any black owned business that shop in bulk, you should have that access. That way you're saving money. Because oftentimes when I go to Costco, I may spend something for $5 or $10, but I didn't save $10, $15 on it or more. So it's like, we want to be right, especially if you're like me, you kind of live, I live in poverty and you rely on government assistance, that you want to use your money wisely. You want to get all you can for your buck. So if I have $100, I'm going to get about maybe $150 worth. That's how you want to shop. If you're on a budget, go to the dollar store, get your detergent and things like that. But we want to spend wisely, because not only does it teach our children, but it allows them to apply these same habits and methods for when we grow up. It's sad. Like, I know people personally, and this ain't no type of trying to call out people that I know, but it's just, I'm using examples because I like to use examples. But I know people personally that don't know how to shop, from friends to family, and it's just like, what are y'all doing? How can you not have it together? And I don't know, I'm not saying I'm the best shopper, but I know I'm always stocked up. You would never walk into my apartment and there's not like at least 6 cases of water, bare minimum 3 cases, but 6 cases of water, tissue already stocked up, hand soap, what else? Candles, whatever I need, emergency kits. Do I have that on here? Yeah, I have emergency kit on here also, which I'll talk about. But you just want to be prepared and spend your money wisely. And while we're talking about it, you also want to budget and save. Now, budgeting, I am working on that, okay? But I did get some advice from a friend recently. She was basically saying that whatever you get, you want to put 10% of it up for your savings, and you want to put it aside, whatever, for your bills and mortgage and things like that you have to pay. And then you want to put some aside for what you want to spend that month. Say if I want to go hang out with my friends, or I want to just eat out, whatever, I'm going to put $50 a month away. So that way, once that $50 is spent, I know I can't go no more. And that's keeping you in line and check to know, like, okay, I spent my money, I can't spend no more. And it's also helping you save. Once you put that 10% up every month, that adds up, and then there you go, you have money to invest, to buy property, whatever it is you want to do. But we want to be wise while we're saving money. A lot of us I ain't got it, but a lot of us I did get the stimulus check, and I spent that wisely. I invested into my channel, and also, but a lot of us got EDD, and a lot of us is wasting it. Like, y'all going on trips, y'all going to Vegas, y'all, it ain't nothing wrong with that, but be wise with it. Take $1,000 or $2,000, okay, to do what you want to do, but then take the rest of that, invest and save. You have to. Because it's like, at the end of the day, y'all taking advantage of this extra money and you ain't doing nothing right with it. You just really have to learn and surround yourself around people that is about that life. Because if you're around people that just like to spend just as much as you ain't gonna never have that $10,000, whatever they gave you is probably already gone. And that is not good habits to have. And it's like, we just have to do better. We have to know, as parents, first of all, we're adults. And even if our parents didn't teach it, because my dad didn't teach me certain things, but I maybe it's just natural to me to just like to be stocked up. But you want to have everything that you need as a parent, that your child don't have to go without, and that they know, okay, when I get older, this is how things are supposed to be done. You also want to make sure that you invest and you get life insurance. Yes, I talk about this all the time, but I'm going to keep repeating it until y'all get the message. Get that life insurance. That way your children can have something, God forbid you pass away. At least that little bit, 10,000 bare minimum, they can take that and start a business. And don't use that as an excuse, because it was Master P who took his 10,000 that his grandfather left him when he passed away and started all the things he had. Now he started No Limit Records. Now he got his own record label. I think it's still probably called No Limit. And he's invested in other things, but not only that, he has his snack wrap chips, the noodles and all that. It's like, y'all, we can use this money and invest wisely. And that's why it's just very important for us to surround ourselves around people that we can learn from, people that we can invest with and become business partner with. Not these people that just want to party and drink and look at boys and look at girls, and just know that's not the environment you want to be in, especially if you're a parent. So you have to make better decisions. You also want to give your children chores. having your children have a sense of responsibility and knowing that, okay, when I get up, I need to make my bed or brush my teeth, whatever your chores may be, that teaches them discipline as an adult. They are able to understand, okay, I need to keep it clean, and when they at somebody else's houses, I'm gonna keep it clean. This is what I'm gonna do. I need to wash my dish. I need to sweep the floor, mop the floor. I need to do whatever it is I need to do. Is your responsibility. They're never too young to know nothing. Even a baby, they can sit there and just watch you clean all day. And that way, when they get older and they're able to do that, they're gonna do it. There's toys, those little toys they got on Amazon that help children motivate them to clean more. You can have all that. There's no excuse, parents. Let's stop babying our children, especially our mothers. We are doing a lousy job, just honestly speaking. Even me, there's a lot of things I can improve on raising our children, especially our boys, especially all of them, because boys and girls is just out of control nowadays. But we're doing a lousy job. So we need to look at it and think like, okay, what are we doing that we can do, that we can improve on? How can we assess this and have a better habit to do that? Because it's just getting out of control. Make sure your children know their morals and values. They know how to act around people. They know what respect is. They know how to conduct themselves around their elders. They know how to act in an interview. They know how to just be motivated. We have to model those behaviors also. It's okay to be from the hood. It's okay to be street smart, but you also need to be book smart and just other type of knowledge you need to have. Also, having here, you want to get your children involved in as much activities as they can. I've said this before in my video, but I feel that if I was more active, I wouldn't have been a teen parent, because I had too much time to be doing what I was doing, or just being a form of fast. But if I was busy, I wouldn't have the time to do that. And also too, that teach them discipline. That teach them to be able to take orders from people without getting offended and wanting to fight. It teach them how to work around people, and it just helps them understand what it is that they really want to do when they get older. So having them involved as much activities, whether it's sports, chess, or some type of musical or dance, it is going to help them in the long run. It's going to help them develop what it is that they like to do when they get older, to be inspired by those, just to have a different atmosphere. Sometimes you can travel with different things that you're doing. So you really want to invest in your child, whether it's track, whether it's football, baseball. Get them involved. Dance, ballet, gymnastics. They have to be involved in so many things to keep their mind constantly growing and to think outside the box. Don't keep them in the box or to where, okay, let's just only do this because this is the norm. No, let's do better as parents. You also want to spend quality time. You also want to spend quality time with your children. My son just told me the other day that I don't spend time with them. But in my head, I was thinking like, yeah, I do. I'm with y'all literally 24/7. But when I thought about it, just because I'm in the same room with him didn't technically mean I was spending time with him. Because a lot of time I'm either doing homework, or I'm on my phone, or I'm in emails or something. And I have to check myself like, he right. Like a lot of times I'm not. And that spending time can be sense of talking to them. I do talk to them a lot though. So that consists of a lot of time I spend with them. But talking to them or just asking them how their day was. I'm doing activities. I haven't done it lately, but I will draw with them. We'll have coloring contests. I will do puzzles, but we want to really be active with them, because sometimes, like me, you might think you spending time, but you're not. So that was a check for me. Like, okay, Deystany, do better. We're in quarantine, no excuse. Spend more time with your son. And I'm starting to notice that too, because my boys, they ain't really never been emotional and touchy, but in the last year or two, they've been trying to be all, oh, mommy, can I have a kiss and this and that and all up under me. And I'm like, where did this come from? But it could be a lot of things that goes and play with that. But we want to spend time with them. And also helps us build a better bond with our children. It helps us understand them and them understand us better. So whether it's talking, cooking with them, making juice, making breakfast, making a DUI project, it is all that spending time there are absolutely going to remember it. Because I really have to do better at that. But that's something that we have to work on, you guys. And even watching TV, that ain't really spending time. And in a way it is, but we have to interact, basically. Talk, interact, be physical with our children. So yeah, that was an eye-opener for me, and I'm sure it'll be an eye-opener for you guys. You also want to give good advice to your children, especially, like I already talked about the lying. Let's stop the lying. I already talked about my other video, but especially if they're older and now they like 12, 13, and in their teens, and they need that good advice to know, like, you know what, we can't be doing certain things. I was just telling my Josiah last night, I said, Josiah, you don't ever get in the car with just anybody. You have to make sure you know that person, that they're not under the influence, and that they don't have any drugs or weapons or anything in their car, because if they get pulled over, guess what, Josiah? You're going to get in trouble too. So just different things like that you want to explain to them, or why you shouldn't drink. Or if you had a function and you drink and you could get poisoned. Because my grandmother, I never met her, but my grandma, she was poisoned by someone she trusted, and with her alcohol. So it's like, you got to be just things like that. You have to be very careful of what you're doing, and you have to teach your children this. Stop assuming that they already know, and they don't. They have to be told this. We want to give them good advice on when they talking about dating. Guess what? Nope, ain't no dating. It's not cute. Ain't none of that. Give them advice on how they need to be developing something, how they need to own something, how they need to be invested in stocks or traveling the world, just something. And I'm tired of black people saying, okay, what if we don't all want to be business owners? That is a dang lie, because we weren't taught to be spending our money like that, and we do it. So they just as well as they can be taught to spend their money, they can be taught to own something. And that is like the greatest feeling, to have ownership. Whether it's a house, whether it's stocks, bonds, property, some gold. You just want to own something. Leave a legacy. It's like, what are we, and I'm tired of people, especially dads, talking about, oh, I got to keep my bloodline going. Your bloodline ain't worth nothing. Your bloodline is crap. So what are you trying to keep going? It's just like, we really have to open our minds and stop thinking like how our grandmama and them did. That was different times. We live in a whole nother time, and we got to do better. It's time for every black person right now should be having ownership. We done all got some type of support during this quarantine, like literally. Except those that are homeless and on the street. Everybody else either still working, they got EDD, they got stimulus checks. We should all have something. There's no excuse at this point. Let's come together. They steady killing us, so come together. Stop buying with them unless it's necessary, and do what it is we have to do as parents. We also want to have an emergency kit, but you want to be prepared for any natural disaster. You want to have like your band-aids and some money on hand, change of clothes, water, canned goods and stuff like that, just to be prepared. That way, and show your kids where it's at. Hey, when this happened, get the bag, go. You know, so just things like that is important and needed, and it's always overlooked until the last minute where you can't even find nothing. I hope this lighting is good. It's saying stay focused. I'm gonna be upset if it ain't focused, because I've been trying to film a video for you guys. Hold on, Zendaya. I've been trying to film a video for you guys in so many days, and it's just not working out. But you also want to teach your children self-love. That is like one of the most important things, as well as teach them discipline. If you can't teach them, get them in some form of activity, self-defense class, boxing, martial arts, whatever it is. That way they know how to defend themselves. Gun classes, whatever. Sword, whatever they may have, please get them involved. But you want to teach them self-love, because you want them to know that even if what nobody else say, that they know that they are valuable, they are black, they are beautiful, they are powerful, and they can do whatever it is they want to do if they put their minds to it. So you want to make sure that they already have it intact. I even tell Zendaya, Salah, peek to the camera. Put your head over to the camera. What do I always tell you, Salah? You black and what?
Strong.
And what else?
Black.
But I always tell her she beautiful, she African and Haitian, and she can do anything she want to do. Those are my favorite words. I'd be like, girl, you African and Haitian. Because alone, you know, the Haitians are revolutionaries. They willing to take whatever theirs is back. And black people just, you know, Africans, we're just strong. So I let her know, girl, I can't do this, mommy. Yes, you can. Oh, you beautiful with your nappy black. Sometimes I do say nappy hair. Are you beautiful with your coarse hair, Salah? Just different things. You want to encourage your children. You are so smart, Salah. Nope, try again. Fix that C. Fix that A. You want to really encourage your children to have that self-motivation and self-confidence. You also don't want to allow everyone in your space. Everyone can't be in your home. Everyone can be around your children. Everyone can be kissing your children, hugging your children, because it is spiritual. And whether you believe it or not, you guys, spirits are real. You have to understand that you have to protect. As a parent, our job is to protect and provide and teach and mold. That is basically it. And to prepare them for the future. So please don't allow everybody in your space. You know that he a molester, he like little girls. Oh, he can't be in your house. Or you know he's slinging, or she nasty, and she's a little huzzy. She can't be around you and your children. Those spirits, are they a drunk? You gotta always take your sage with you. You don't want them spirits getting into our children, because that stuff is real. You also want to work on your credit. Because as a parent, we need to be able to provide on all ways. Because sometimes financially, we may not have the cash on hand. But because we have a high credit score, we can use that. Although it's not good to always use it, but if you need it, it is there. Or you can help your child if they're old enough to add them to your credit, help their credit, or get them a car, invest in their business. Please work on your credit. There is no reason for everybody right now to have bad credit. Everybody got money right now, most of us, and you want to pay on your debt. You want to make sure that you're constantly increasing your credit, at least have a 700 credit score. That way you can have a little something if you need it. But you just want to make sure that your credit is constantly improving. It's nothing like knowing that you're financially secure and your credit is good. As a parent, you also want to make sure that your child is getting some form of travel experience. Whether it's going to another state or another country, let them get that experience. Don't just keep them in the city or in the hood and where they're from. It's more to life than where you're from. And it's traveling. I'm scared to fly, but traveling is just an experience that one should all experience. Whether from the culture to the lifestyle to the people, you may learn, you may find your true love. Anything can happen. Business opportunities, travel. If you don't want to do it, let your children do it. Allow them to go with someone that you trust and travel the world. And there's also history in traveling. So please incorporate that also. And don't allow your child to be on electronics so much. Have a set schedule, okay? For 15, 30 minutes, you're going to be on there. Then we got to get back to some work. We just really, as parents, y'all, we really just want to get it together. We really want to make sure we're doing the best that we can. Because, again, I already said it. We're here to protect, provide, and mold our children for the world. So whatever they're getting and how they turn out in life is on us. So we have really got to do it together, you guys. Please, I would hate for anything to happen to our babies. Even more, we got to keep this world is crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna hurry up. I'm out traveling, getting things for my grandmother. And y'all, again, like I say, just take care of your grandparents. Take care of your mothers and your aunts. You know, it's always good to be there, especially when you know that you can. You guys, I thank you so much. I have a goal of trying to get to 100 subscribers before the end of this month. So I would like if you guys subscribe. Also share my channel and let your neighbors and friends know about it. No song of the day. I'm in a hurry right now. I hope this video made sense. I noticed the whole time I was looking at my little thing up here where you can see what the video looking like instead of the center, but I hope the video still turned out good. And thank you guys again for the support.